Top 3 contracts a developer needs and how to use them. Hey, how you doing? This is Bruce with HireFreelancerContracts.com. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 3 contracts you need and how to use them. The first contract you're going to need is a non-disclosure agreement. The purpose of the non-disclosure agreement is to, one, to make sure your client feels comfortable if you're a developer. Nobody wants to do business with someone that they don't feel has their best interest in mind. So you want to make sure the first thing you do before you even review their project, explain to them, hey, I want to make sure you're protected. So I want you to sign this non-disclosure agreement so I can go ahead and make sure that your project is protected and so we have no problems going forward. If you're a customer, you want to make sure you get a non-disclosure agreement because you want to make sure that you feel safe and comfortable talking to someone about an issue or about your problems or about a project that you want to get started. So you're going to make sure they sign that non-disclosure agreement. The second thing the developer needs is they're going to need a graphic design contract. Even if you do not do your own graphic design, you want to make sure you have this contract, because if you do your own graphic design, you want to give that contract to the customer and let them know that, hey, whatever work I do, and if it's approved and it's paid for, it's yours. If you're hiring a graphic designer to do your design work, then you want that contract between you and your graphic design, especially when you're working for a third party, to protect your customer. So you definitely want to get that graphic design contract. Now, if you're a customer, you want a graphic design contract because design is like art. Whoever creates it owns it. All right. So you want to make sure that they release that design to you so you have no issues going forward. And in that contract, you want to hold harmless agreement for any third parties that they use, so on and so forth. The third thing that you're going to need is you're going to need an app development or a web development contract. Probably both, depending on what type of project you're getting done. The reason why I like to do both of them together is because, hey, if I'm going to build your app, I got to build your website too, because both of them are going to have to work with each other. One is going to have to sell, the other one's going to have to function, or vice versa. So you want to make sure that you get both of those built in so you have no issues or problems. Now, the thing is that you want to protect, if you're a developer, you want to protect yourself from a million revisions, because, you know, a lot of customers, they tend to, they don't actually work out the functionality during the design process. So you get stuck doing all these revisions once they see that, hey, you know what, this is not going to work out the way that I planned it to. So you want to make sure you get those revisions handled in the beginning in your contract and let them know, hey, once you go X amount of revisions, this is going to cost. Now, if you're a customer, you want to make sure you don't get to the stage. You want to make sure you don't get to the revision process. You want to make sure that, hey, you know what, you have all your ducks in a row during the graphic design phase, during the design phase, that you don't have to worry about having a million revisions when it comes to functionality. So those are the 3 contracts that you need. So as always, you know, we are here to help. So just click the link below and you'll see a little bit more detail about these 3 contracts so we can make sure that you're protected, your business protected, and your assets and liabilities are protected. See you soon.